Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, no. Here comes the, oh. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the.
Yeah, there's no real words to this intro either. It's just football season, so I just wanted to see some hard hits. I made it a 4-minute long video, so sometimes it may go longer, sometimes it may not. It depends on what happened in the week. You know, I thought it'd be a great way to start the show. You never know how the show gonna start. It's 3 and possible. We're taking our basketball knowledge to the football field, and that's what we're gonna do. You know, sometimes you're gonna hear Nelly a lot, sometimes you're not gonna hear him at all. I may let this keep playing. That man just died right there. Oh my God. But it's such a distraction. Yeah, it's football not like this no more. Football is not like this. Yeah, that was the Pro Bowl.
One of them was.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, football not like this no more, bro. Football is not like this. But I'm glad it's back. Anyway, welcome to 3 and Possible. Joe Davis, Will Steins, as always. We usually talk basketball, WNBA, but we know football too. You know, it's what we do. Renaissance men in the 21st century. It's not the 22nd yet, right? 21st century.
We ain't gonna make one of us gonna make it to the 22nd.
Hey, bullshit. Let them make me a robot. I'll put my brain in a robot. Bullshit. Please. That's great. But as you can tell in the background, it's game time. Let's talk some football. Let's get right to it. Let's do our division winners. We also going to be doing picks on Fridays or sometime in the week. We'll probably do a reaction on Monday or Tuesdays. And then before games start on the weekend, we'll probably give you guys a quick little episode of where we just make picks. So it won't be a too long. So let's do it. Who are we going to do our division winners? Let's start off with the NFC North. I think it's a pretty contested division this year. Will you want to? Oh, you think so?
That's an easy one. Lions. The Lions are gonna clean up in that division. They were
the St. Louis.
They were too tough last year. Don't do that. They were too.
They got 6 players from St. Louis.
653. Okay. No, they were too good last year, and I think they only got better. Right? They've been built inside out, which is usually the blueprint for a consistent team. Good offensive line, good defensive line. I like the additions they've made in the offseason. Carlton Davis, most notably, I think, at cornerback, so to help out that secondary. So I think they're headed in the right division. They were really good last year, came real close to making it to the Super Bowl. I think they only got better. I think that's hands down easy for me. The Lions are going to win that division.
Man, you know, I like the Lions a lot. I agree with everything you said about the Lions. They are really good. They've gotten better. But, you know, I don't trust Dan Campbell. I'll be honest. I don't trust rah-rah coaches for very long. Yeah, the rah-rah is fun, and it works when you're shit and your team's no good. But now you guys have experienced success, and now you got to deal with that. And I don't know how much that rah-rah gets you. When you get to the playoffs, you had the game won, technically, and you just blew it and came out flat in the second half.
I don't think it's fair to call Dan Campbell a rah-rah coach. Like, he's got rah-rah to him. I'm not gonna say.
Well, have you seen him really make adjustments? I really haven't seen him make adjustments. I think he comes in with a good game plan, but then after it don't work, he just like, man, I guess that's a wrap for that game.
I don't know. I wouldn't say his game plan didn't work. I think he stuck to the game plan exactly the way he wanted. He built that team right. They're gonna be aggressive. They're gonna go for things. And you know what? They had 2 4th down opportunities. It didn't go their way that time. But I thought strategically, I thought both of those were the right call. I would have made the exact same call. I had no. I know I'm in the minority.
You did it all year long because he did it all year long. You got to keep doing what you did all year long.
Got them there. And again, you don't beat a team like the 49ers by playing scared. He didn't play scared, and I think all of that works in their advantage. If Josh Reynolds could just fucking catch, can I do that on this one?
I don't care. Yeah, it's a podcast.
If Josh Reynolds can fucking catch, we don't have a problem. All right. That's all I got to say.
You think we're gonna do something where we gotta filter ourselves? Come on now. I'm taking the Packers though. I can't believe I'm doing it. I'm falling. Yeah, that was a good call though. I can't believe I'm actually gonna buy into the Jordan Love hype. I know they're gonna have film on him, but that second half of the season was really good. I think he has a lot of weapons. to throw the ball to. I think he has the right coach where they're going to make situations pretty easy for him, not make him make a lot of tough decisions. If he can keep doing that and not turn the ball over, I like the Packers a lot. They were already a good team. They just needed that quarterback and a couple more weapons on the offensive side of the ball. And defensively, they're getting a little bit better. They're still a little shaky there. I just can't. I've seen Jared Goff be bad, and I've seen Jared Goff be really good. I've seen him get to the Super Bowl and then the next year fall flat on his face. So we'll see how he does when he plays the Lions this week. And if he feels when he plays the Rams this week with Matthew Stafford, if that game is a little shaky, then I'm gonna be worried about Jared Goff because you never know what you're gonna get from him, to be quite honest. So that's why I'm taking the Packers. I have more faith in Jordan Love than I do Jared Goff, which is kind of crazy.
See, that is crazy because Jared Goff has literally given you like 8 games. That's it.
Jordan Love, he's only giving you 8 games.
I'm sorry, Jordan Love, he's given you 8 games his entire career.
And they were really good.
Think about all.
They were really good.
Think about all the noise that I've had to hear over these same 4 years that Jordan Love has been in the league because they are the same draft class. About Tua. Tua's put together 2 back-to-back full seasons of good play, and people still want to and still doubt that. But
was it 2 full back-to-back seasons?
Let's see. 2 years ago,
I say one of those years he was like this, bro.
No, he missed like 5 games, 6 games.
Okay, so that's not a full season.
The entirety of the season he played. All right, 6 games. You act like he missed like 15 games in the season.
He missed 25% of the season.
All right, but he led the entire NFL in passer rating, is what I'm saying. Then he followed that up by leading the entire NFL in passing yards. Jordan Love has had 8 good games. That's it. He's had 8 not very good games too.
That's true. I still got faith.
All right.
I think
trying to save you for yourself, Joseph. That's all.
I'm telling you, I used to like John. I think it's the Campbell thing, the Dan Campbell thing more than anything. I just don't have faith in the coach. That rah shit don't work too long. It's nice for a list cute when you in middle school. You grown ass men out there and they got some success. Anyway, let's go to the AFC North. Who you got in the AFC North? It's stacked up there. This is a tough division to pick.
Ravens.
Oh wow, you said that so confidently.
Give me Lamar. Give me in the regular season. Give me Lamar all day. I mean, that team is going to be a machine, like they always are in the regular. As long as Lamar stays healthy, Derrick Henry, another year for Zay Flowers with his rookie season under his belt. Mark
2 good ass tight ends.
Yeah, I mean, give me the Ravens. Look, I know
defense.
The Steelers will find a way to win 9 games somehow, because they just always do. The Browns, I'm sorry, we haven't seen Deshaun Watson look good post-controversy, right? So, I'm out on Deshaun Watson as a football player.
Saying he needed to go back to the Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods had the same problem.
No, they had very different problems. We're not going to go there, though. And then the Bengals. The Bengals, look.
He didn't do anything technically. According to the law. And he was a black man in Texas. But anyway.
I don't know why women are crying in your massage sessions, which he admitted in his own text message. So
he did. So I don't understand how. I'm just saying
we're not gonna go there.
You're right though.
All I'm gonna say is with the Bengals, what they want to make about the Bengals, Joe Burrow is living off of a playoff run where his team did not score more than 20 points very often.
Yeah, the defense was ridiculous.
So
those corners are ridiculous.
You got the whole Jamar Chase situation going on where even if he plays, he is now like just a walking red flag for a soft tissue injury to me.
Sorry, I got T. Higgins on my fantasy team anyway.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. They haven't looked very good recently. Like they had that one they kind of turned it on 2 years ago, but we've seen a lot of not very good from the Bengals, even with Joe Burrow. So I don't love them as a division winner. I think they can still make the playoffs, but give me the Ravens.
I'm taking the Browns. Last year, the Browns won 11 games, and they had 4 different quarterbacks. They had a quarterback with 4 last names, and they were still finding ways to win games. They were a really good team, and that defense is ridiculous. Myles Garrett and all those guys. Their secondary, they're just too good defensively. If Deshaun Watson can just be 80% of what he was with the Houston Texans when he was taking that horrible ass Houston Texans with the Bill O'Brien and took them to the playoffs when he had nobody but just him. If he can be even 80% of that Deshaun Watson, I think they can win the division. I think Lamar Jackson and the Ravens are going to be really, really good, but they always have a couple games in the regular season where they don't show up. Lamar Jackson is shaky, fumbles the ball, throws a couple interceptions. He still puts up MVP type numbers, but he has those crucial turnovers sometimes in some regular season games, at least in the first half, and then they kind of try to catch up, but it's too late in the second half. So I'm going to take my faith in the Browns just because I saw how good they were last year with terrible quarterback play. And if they just get decent quarterback play, they won 11 games last year. You told me they can't win 12, 13 with Deshaun Watson?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You think he's that bad? You think he's that bad? Shove himself.
No, I just don't think they like. I understand what you're saying in terms
It's
of
the
the
Browns.
number of quarterbacks that they had to play, but the quarterback play wasn't all that bad.
They resurrected Joe Flacco.
And he balled until he didn't.
That's true. That's true. If they can't get Deshaun Watson to do that,
I haven't seen it.
It's been a minute, but what we have seen look pretty good.
Ain't look good to me.
What, back in the day? I'm not talking about with the Browns.
I'm talking about in Cleveland.
No, it hasn't looked good in Cleveland at all.
Fake shoulder injuries and
that was. You saying he didn't want to play because he's
no, I'm not gonna say all that. No, I'm sure he was actually hurt, but
that's great.
I just
you a hater. Let's go to the NFC South. Who knows who's going to win the NFC South? It's always different every single year. I mean, unless Tom Brady was there, I think that was the last time there was the back-to-back champion.
What conference are they in? FBS? FCS?
Who?
NFC South?
That's you must be talking about the NFC least, bro. That's what you meant.
NFC
South. They might as well be, bro.
I mean, I actually am interested to watch this division just to see how I think there's some interesting storylines that will never be covered on like an ESPN or a Fox Sports 1 because they don't involve like the 4 teams I'd like to talk about. I'm interested to see Bryce Young this year. I think he has a much more competent offense to play in. So they're kind of one of my sleeper teams, and we're gonna get into surprises and whatnot later.
Right.
But they're a team that I kind of have my eye on because I was a fan of not a fan, but I liked Bryce Young coming out of Alabama. I like how he plays. The Falcons, you would think, would be much improved with Kirk Cousins over Desmond Ridder, but Kirk Cousins isn't young, coming off of an Achilles injury, so there's a little bit of question there, which is just going to lead me to. There's just something.
They haven't named their starting quarterback yet. Technically,
they just find ways to win. I'm going to pick the Bucs to win again. I think the Bucs were a little underrated last year in terms of just national coverage. I'm not saying they're going to do anything in the playoffs or anything, but I think the Bucs are going to be my pick. I think they have a solid defense. Todd Bowles will always make that defense probably play better than it should. And they still got Mike Evans, Mr. 1,000, and you just pencil in like 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Chris Godwin. I'm a pick the Bucs. I don't feel great about it. The Falcons could win it. The Saints could win it. The Panthers could win it. They all are kind of mediocre to average, but give me the Bucs.
Saints ain't winning shit. Saints ain't winning shit at all. They got Derek Carr as a quarterback and refuse to give Jameis Winston a chance. They're going to be cursed as long as Dennis Allen is a part of that organization.
Oh, was that part of your Browns?
The Saints.
Was that part of your
I forgot about Jameis Winston.
Take over for
hype man. Yes. You're going to bring that positive energy, baby. Hype man. There you go. Fuck the Saints for never giving Jameis Winston another chance. And got rid of him because he wanted to get his homie a touchdown. Get out of here. Anyway, so fuck the Saints. Baker Mayfield, don't trust that quarterback either. So Derek Carr, don't trust him. Baker Mayfield, I know they won last year, but I don't trust him. You got Kirk Cousins.
Should be a lot of 1 p.m. games for him, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're right. They're not gonna get a lot of primetime games, which would be good for them. I'm taking the Falcons. They have a lot of weapons. They got a running back, a tight end. Drake London is an underrated wide receiver. Their defense is solid. They got a lot of good linebackers. That D-line's okay. Secondary is really good. I like the Falcons a lot. I think they'll be able to be fine. As long as Kirk Cousins gives them competent quarterback play, they'll be just fine. Desmond Ridder was a quarterback last year. That was a problem. And Arthur Smith had all those weapons and didn't know how to give any of them the ball. Like, so once they figure that out and realize they have all these weapons, they're gonna be popping again. And once they start feeling themselves and Kirk Cousins come out with that chain, you know it's gonna be a wrap in the NFC South. I'm taking the Falcons, Dirty Birds.
I don't hate it.
They're gonna find a way to fuck it up because that's what they always do. But I mean, it's that's the most trustworthy quarterback or quarterback I have the most confidence in. It's Kirk Cousins in that division. So kind of how it goes. All right, let's go to the AFC South. This is
Texans.
This year. Oh, I'm about to say this is an easy one. It really is the Texans. And this one is pretty easy. You're at no tension for anybody else for real, huh?
Texans. I look.
Colts with Anthony Richardson actually healthy.
Trash.
Titans, no chance. I'll give you that. They got a decent quarterback.
Mayo boy, no way. I need to see Boy Wonder finally ever live up to this hype that he's had since his freshman year at Clemson down in Jacksonville. Anthony Richardson. I mean,
I'll give Jacksonville second. But Jacksonville can win 11 games. They always do. 10, 11 games.
They won like 9 games last year.
And before that, they won 11.
9. I mean, what like?
And they won a playoff game on the road.
Give me CJ.
No, where they at?
Only Justin Herbert could have choked away that game.
Facts.
Okay.
Facts.
Like
facts.
They had no business winning that game. Trevor Lawrence threw 4 interceptions in that game.
Facts.
But yeah, give me CJ Stroud. Add Stephon Diggs to the mix in Houston. Will Anderson
Nico
in his
Collins,
second year.
Tank Dell gonna be healthy.
Yeah, I mean, like that team is on a rocket ship trajectory right now. I love that team. Joe Mixon.
How come they couldn't have those weapons for Deshaun Watson? Crazy.
I mean, Deshaun did get to play with this guy named DeAndre Hopkins. Like, you know, it wasn't the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, and then they got rid of him.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, not the Texans will find. They'll probably find a way to fuck up this core too, because that's what the Texans do.
That's true. That's true.
Right now, this season, give me the Texans. Easy.
Like you said, it's easy. Texans, CJ Stroud. That offense has too many weapons. That defense is underrated too. And the run game. Like, it's just an overall good team. They built that team pretty good. But like a lot of things in Texas, that's Oklahoma City. That's close enough. They're going to fuck it up. Just like Sam Presti in Oklahoma City. He's going to get a whole bunch of talent, not win, and fuck it up. Same thing with the Houston Texans.
I must mention Dolphins legend, of course, anchoring CJ Stroud's blindside, Laramie Tunsil. As you know, I can't talk about the Texans.
Gas mask dude. I forgot about him. Gas mask dude. Okay, yeah, that was a huge pickup. I mean, the Dolphins. I don't trust any left tackle that the Dolphins get rid of.
I mean, he's been top 3 left tackle in the.
I know, but they got rid of Jake Long. We got rid of him. The Rams moved to LA because of Jake Long. I will die on that hill. Jake Long's the reason the Rams left.
Because he spent like 10 years in Miami playing through so many injuries. The body has had to break at some point.
He killed Sam Bradford, bro. First game of the year, bro. Oh my God. And we gave him so much money in free agency to get that bum ass left tackle. God damn, bro. Your brother was better and he played for the Bears. He was better. Fuck out of here. That just got me pissed. Sorry. Anyway, I agree with you, CJ Stroud and the Texans. NFC West. Let's go to the NFC West. I think everybody's probably going to pick the 49ers, but I think the NFC West is pretty stacked.
I think it's more interesting than people want to give it credit. I think the Rams are much closer than most would say. My biggest issue with the Rams is really health. And then, of course, how do you replace that man, Aaron Donald, right? But
you don't replace him. You just
right. I mean, just like how do you replace the production, right? They're going to need a lot of help. You know, ways that teams had a game plan for the Rams defense is gone now. You know, there's no Jalen Ramsey back there anymore. So I'm a little worried about the defense, but I think the offense is going to cook as long as it's healthy. Like I think Stafford and Nakua and Cooper Kupp, I think in a second kind of wide receiver role. I don't think he's going to quite ever be that.
He's getting too old,
yeah, that Triple Crown guy anymore. But Demarcus Robinson had a nice kind of end of the year last year for them. So I like the Rams. I'm going to pick the 49ers, but I think the Rams
Kerwin
are
Williams,
probably
St. Louis
closer.
home, running back.
I think the 49ers win, but I think the Rams are closer than most would probably think. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they split their season series.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised with that either. The Rams are built to go against the 49ers. At least they were when they had Aaron Donald. Like, they're that one team every year that gave the 49ers a struggle. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams would contend, but I think it's 49ers. Like, they're too good. Trent Williams is coming back. They got the weapons. I think, like, I really think Brandon Ayuk gonna be a number one offensive player this year. Outside of Christian McCaffrey, if Christian McCaffrey can stay healthy, Brandon Ayuk will probably be their second or number one offensive weapon this year. Like, they're that good. And then defensively, it's just ridiculous with Fred Warner. Like, they're just too good. They'll probably be back in the Super Bowl. 49ers are ridiculous. Then let's go to the AFC West. This is probably the same thing with the NFC West. It's the Chiefs.
It's not even close. It's not even close. The one thing I do want to say, as we're talking about the AFC West, a team that I actually think, and I hate to say this, I really hate the head coach, but I think the Denver Broncos are going to be much better than people think. I think they're going to be much better than people think.
I can't live with that, bro. I can't live with that.
I don't want it to happen. I'll be actively rooting against them. I just think they're going to be – I think people have them pegged for like 3 or 4 wins, and I think they're going to be closer to like a 500 team this year.
I can't have Bo Nix and Sean Payton gloating and Russell Wilson not playing well. I can't. I cannot live with that. That cannot happen. But I wouldn't be too shocked either, though, to be real. All right, let's go to the NFC East. The NFC least, as a lot of people like to call it.
We haven't had a repeat winner of that division since like 2003, 2004.
Damn, has it really been that long?
Yeah, I think that trend continues. I think it's going to go back to the Eagles this year. There are 2 teams that I think the recency bias of last year, the end of last year, has just completely mindfucked people and their opinions of these teams. It already got you with the Packers overrating them, and I think the underrating of the Philadelphia Eagles has been ridiculous. They finished very badly. Let's not forget they started 10-1. Like, that team, amidst all seriously. Of the shit that was going on with that team internally, they were 10-1 after doing a gauntlet of like Chiefs, Bills, Dolphins, Cowboys, and maybe Cowboys twice. Like, they went, and it was like 4 or 5 straight weeks of teams that at the time were like the top of the conference, and they only lost 1 game in there. So I think Sirianni's a little weird. I think Sirianni is more of what you accuse Dan Campbell of than actually Dan Campbell is. Like, that's kind of how I feel about Sirianni. But I think Sirianni is at least smart enough to try and surround himself with intelligent coordinators. He just swung and missed last year. He's got Fangio on the defense, who, as a Dolphins fan, thank you for taking him off our hands. Did not enjoy the Vic Fangio experience last year, but I think he will fit their defense a lot better than what he had in Miami. And then we'll have to see about the offensive coordinator. But, I mean, that offense just structurally was so stupid last year.
It really was. It was bad.
Like, once people kind of figured out, like, wait a minute, Jalen Hurts looks a little hobbled. They aren't running anything underneath their intermediate. Everything is just basically setting the receivers even say, fuck it, A.J. Brown's down there somewhere. Fuck it, Devontae Smith's down there somewhere. Or a screen pass to 80-year-old Julio Jones. Like,
yeah, that was a lot.
That team was the offense.
We're doing bubble screens to Julio Jones.
Dumb. Yeah, it was just like the team was just not well thought out offensively. Not that they didn't have good pieces, they just didn't use them very well. So I'm high on the Eagles. Yeah, that's fine. But they have a lot of other good offensive linemen. Like, they can afford a small setback. I don't love the addition to Saquon Barkley. I'm not going to lie. That may be controversial. Not even that. I've just never really been much of a fan of Saquon Barkley, the actual football player. I think he's very exciting. I think he's very exciting. But Saquon Barkley is boomer bust. Too much. Too boomer bust for me. For all the exciting plays, he gets you another 2 or 3 negative plays trying to make that next exciting play. So I don't love that, but end of the day, I think that team is too stacked. Cowboys are the Cowboys. They'll find a way to fuck it up, I think. And I just don't think the Giants might get the first overall pick.
So So
And
you're saying
Washington.
I'm not gonna disrespect that man like that. Never mind.
Oh,
I was gonna say you want more Toby Gerhardt and less Chris Johnson.
oh my God. No. That's not what I want.
You sure? I'm just saying. You got
I see
Caitlin
what you're trying
Clark.
to do there too.
You
I
got
see what you're
Caitlin
trying
Clark.
to do.
Oh shit, man! You made me actually. I'm gonna take the
pick
Eagles
'em.
too.
Just pick 'em.
I'm not picking the Cowboys because I'm just thinking about all the things I don't trust. Dak not signed. CD Lamb gonna ball out. I don't really trust that defense to do it again. Diggs is coming off an injury. I really don't think. I think Micah Parsons has peaked. I ain't gonna lie. That man be on too many podcasts and be on social media way too much. The boy done peaked. He ain't focused on the field. He done got caught up in that cowboy world, and that's why they ain't gonna win. So I'm gonna pick Philly again. Like you said, you really made a great point with them going 10-1 on that stretch. And now Jalen Hurts is gonna be healthy. They got a lot of weapons offensively, but I am worried about that defense. That defense is terrible. Besides that front four,
They got
defense is
CJ
terrible.
GJ back though, so that should help. Slay is still good. I wouldn't say he's great, but he's good. They need
When
to
he
get
needs-
Trashberry out of there though. Trashberry's gotta
trash,
gotta go.
yeah, bad. Like so, I'm worried about that secondary because they got lit up in the second half of the season.
That's why I
and the
was saying I
playoffs.
think
It
Fangio
was
is a
bad.
better fit for them. The thing that pissed me off as a Dolphins fan last year, and by the way, Eagles could sign my boy, but actually, never mind. He won't go back with Fangio. No, Dolphins had Xavier Howard, Jalen Ramsey. Now, granted, they only played like 4 games together due to injuries. But like not allowing those two to go just man up on like the 2 best receivers
But
or
Vic
one best
Fangio is
receiver.
a zone
I-
blitzer.
He's a big cloud guy, but I think that's gonna be good for the Eagles because they don't have.
Just, they can't play man.
Yeah, they like Slay is fantastic in zone. Like Slay will sit back in that
That's a
zone,
great
bait the
point.
quarterback and intercept the ball, turn the ball over.
Especially got
yada,
that D
so-
line making
Yeah, so that's why I think Fangio's a good fit
Eagles.
for them. So
Good point. Good
run
point.
with it.
All right, lastly, yo, AFC East. That's actually gonna be tough, man. It's
Yeast. It's a beast of a division this year.
JETS.
Oh,
Jets.
don't do that.
Jets.
Don't
I'm
do
just
that.
playing. Fuck that.
Yes, Jets.
Over under 250 snaps for Aaron Rodgers.
No comment. No comment. Oh wait.
250 is-
I am vaxxed and boosted. This is to satisfy Aaron Rodgers' request if we're going to talk about him. So that's my vax status.
I've been micro-dosing to protect myself.
No, I'm gonna take my Dolphins. I think it's a
This is my
coin flip.
ayahuasca jar.
It's a coin flip between all 3, I think. I think the
Mhm.
Bills have lost a lot. If they're going to roll into the season with this prayer that Keon Coleman's going to be their wide receiver 1, I don't think that's going to go very well for them. I think he's going to be
Colin Kincaid is
receiver. But I think Keon Coleman is going to be very entertaining. He seems like a hilarious human being. I don't think he's going to be a great NFL wide receiver, just based on some metrics that he had, his metrics from college, just in terms of separation, change of speed, like all of that. Like he just wasn't really that guy at Florida State. Florida State fans will yell at me and say he was always hurt. Well, then he's probably going to always be fucking hurt in the NFL if he can't stay healthy in college. Okay, so I'm just not hearing it. They lost Gabe Davis. They got rid of Stephon Diggs. They lost both Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde, Tre'Davious White. Like they have lost a lot, and it's a heartwarming story. But I think it also speaks to the state of their secondary. Damar Hamlin's going to start on Sunday at safety for the Bills.
You lying?
Great story, but he's not a starting. He's a special teams player. He was not playing special teams against the Bengals that day because they were, like that's just
Jonathan Owens deserves a spot more than Damar Hamlin does. And Jonathan Owens is Simone Biles' husband. I'm just saying.
Yeah, please say it correct next time. Simone Biles' husband deserves a spot, a starting spot before you called him by his name.
My fault. I gave him too much respect. My fault. The side piece.
So I think the Bill. long story, I think the Bills lost too much, and the Jets are kind of like the Cowboys. They just always find ways to fuck it up. So, like, I don't exactly know where it's going to go wrong for the Jets, but everything seems all fucked up. Like, they traded for Hassan Reddick, and he won't suit up for them. Like, something is just off with that team. Maybe that's the perfect type of off for Aaron Rodgers to thrive in, because he seems to like things not being so.
No, he just wants to feel like the smartest man in the room. So that's why he went to the Jets.
Probably will there. He probably will
that's
feel
why
like
he went there. He's like, oh, that's a dysfunctional place. I think I could put it together myself. I'm smart enough to do that.
Yes, I mean, like, Garrett Wilson, really good receiver. Brees Hall, really good running back. They keep getting touted as these like top three running back, top 10 receiver. That all seems ambitious to me. I think Sauce Gardner is fairly overrated. If they ever just call him for actually holding every player that he holds, it's going to be a long day for the Jets secondary. If I had to rank, I think it's going to go Dolphins, slight edge, Jets second, Bills I think are going to be in third, and then the Patriots are going to fucking suck.
This man went down the whole rundown. Patriots going to be better than the Dolphins. I'm just playing.
Don't do that.
Hey, the Dolphins say, man, we go 2-0 against the Patriots this year.
2-0. Sorry.
Wow. Oh my God, this shit's starting already, bro. Oh my God. I gotta deal with this bullshit with the Miami Heat. Now I gotta deal with this Miami Dolphins bullshit.
Ooh, all right, first of all, I gotta deal with bullshit for your 17 teams that you have in the NFL, okay? I
have 3 teams.
You said that
not
like
17.
Number.
That's not. Rams.
You got 10%
Cowboys,
of the league.
And Steelers. So I'm disappointed 2/3 of the time. What are you talking about? The Rams been trash.
Just make your pick, man.
I'm 31.
Which one of these bullshit rivals are you gonna pick?
Man, the AFC East, I'm taking the Bills. Josh Allen. I don't think he gets a lot of credit. I think he's been scrutinized a lot. I mean, I think he don't get a lot of. I think he gets scrutinized.
They put this man next to Mahomes all the fucking time.
The NFL players just voted him as the most overrated player in the league.
Good. I'm glad someone fucking says it.
Man, we disrespecting Josh Allen because he can't beat Pat Mahomes. That's like disrespecting Karl Malone and John Stockton because they couldn't beat Michael Jordan. That's like disrespecting Gary Payton because he couldn't beat Michael Jordan. That's like disrespecting all these people because they couldn't beat Michael Jordan. You can't beat Pat Mahomes. It is what it is. You had Pat Mahomes beat 13 seconds on the clock. And
Tyler Thompson and Tyreek Hill naked on a 4th down in the playoffs against the Bills to win the fucking game. And it's just because it was Skylar fucking Thompson as a rookie. That's how fantastic Josh Allen was. Had no business even being in a game with that game.
You sound like a hater. I'm taking Josh Allen. I think Dalton Kincaid is going to be one of the number 1 tight ends. He's going to be better than Travis Kelce. I think they're going to have a great connection. I think Josh Allen's going to feel free and just play offense because he doesn't have a diva number 1 receiver. That defense is still pretty good, even though they lost a lot of people. I got a lot of faith this year in Josh Allen. He's been really good. He just hasn't been able to get over the hump against Pat Mahomes. So why would I not think he can win the AFC East? I've seen Tua be really good in games, but I've also seen him be inconsistent. I've seen the Miami Dolphins put up 73 points, and then I've also seen them put up 13. I'm just saying they got a lot of
70.
offense running.
Whatever. Get it right.
We
didn't go for 73.
Yeah, should have won.
73 would have been the record. I was rooting for it, but Mike McDaniel.
That was close.
Said no.
That was close. Yeah.
Oh, we were in field goal range. Took the knee.
Mike McDaniel looking real cool, bro. Mike McDaniel looking real cool. Like he's been hanging out with Deion Waiters down there in Miami. You better relax. My boy. Miami will get you, especially you start winning some games. Miami will get you. You better calm down. I see you got that Pat Riley slick back a little bit. I noticed. Just saying. Be careful down there in Miami. But I'm definitely taking the Bills. And I don't trust the Jets because Aaron Rodgers is a nutcase. I just think after a while, he throw a couple bad passes. The man 40 years old. Let him throw a couple bad passes. These teammates going to be looking at him like, man, I'm tired of his bullshit, bro. Just throw touchdown passes, bro. Like, I'll believe it when I see it because his offensive line is trash and he likes to extend the plays a lot. And you're not gonna be able to do that with a bad offensive line. And that's why he got hurt last year. He should have threw the ball earlier, but he wanted to sit there and wait and wait and wait. It wasn't the left tackle's fault. The left tackle did the best he could in that situation. He not sit there and supposed to block for 4 seconds. Aaron Rodgers get rid of the ball. And until he learns how to play like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning towards the end of their career, I just don't have faith in the Jets. So I'll have to go with the Bills. So, damn. I didn't know it was going to take that long. God damn. All right. Let's go to our surprise team and our – no. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go to our surprise team and then our disappointing team. We'll go ahead and pick your first. Let's go with your surprise team first and then go to your disappointing team. So the team that you think is going to have a good year compared to their last year and a team that you think is going to have a bad year compared to the year previous.
Surprise team, I'm going to go Panthers. I think the Panthers are going to be a team that surprised some people. I think they're going to be kind of like the Lions 2 years ago, flirting with 7-8 wins, something like that. My disappointing team, I've talked about it a bunch now, probably not a shock, the Packers. I think the Packers are ripe for disappointment. I'm not saying they're going to go 4-13, but I could see them going 7-10. And I was like, I wonder what happened there after everyone was making Jordan Love the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. So those are kind of my two. And I'm basing that just on kind of the expectations for each of those teams going in. I think the Panthers have very low expectations, and I think they are going to surprise people in a positive way. I think the Packers will be a fine team. I think they'll be a fine team, but I think they're not going to meet the expectations that is being put on them for the season.
I like that. My surprise team, I'm going with the Arizona Cardinals. I think that Kyler Murray is going to have a full season of being healthy. I think he heard all this noise for the last 2.5 years, talking about he's not a great leader. All he cares about is Call of Duty. Some new Call of Duty coming out. So that we're going to have to pay attention to that. I ain't going to lie. But I think he's been listening to that bullshit, and I think he's going to be playing better. Last year coming back, he looks pretty good. James Conner looks pretty good. I thought once he left the Steelers, I was like, yeah, I knew he was a flash in the pan. He looked pretty decent last year. I think they got some weapons over there too. So, and the defense is solid. I mean, they're not great. They don't really have a pass rush. So that's going to be a struggle for them all season long. But I do like Kyler Murray, and I think that's a dynamic quarterback that can change a lot of games for you. So I think they're going to surprise a lot of teams. My disappointing team, the Dallas Cowboys.
How can you be disappointed when you know what's going to happen? I'm just saying. How can you know what's going to happen? They're going to win 10, 11 games. They're going to get to the playoffs. You're going to be all excited. This is the year. And they're going to lose. But like we see this story every year. So how can you be disappointed by?
Because they're going to lose in the wild card.
Rinse and repeat. It's just rinse and repeat.
They're going to lose in the wild card.
Yeah, of course.
There's going to be a lot of games. They're not winning 11 games. So we can get that out the way. There's going to be a lot of games where they put up big numbers in the first half, and it's looking all good. And in that second half, it just comes all crumbling down. And they're going to lose a lot of close games. And I'm going to tell you why. Yeah, Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, they're pretty good. They got some weapons. They can throw the ball down the field, score some touchdowns. But do you know who's running the ball?
Dalvin Cook and Ezekiel Elliott.
And 5'5",
Wrinkle Dowdle.
or some shit like that. Who? They are fucked. You cannot win. I don't care what nobody say. I know it's a pass happy league, but you cannot win NFL games if you cannot run the ball. And I have zero faith in them running the ball. I don't think they're going to have a game where they rush for over 100 yards. Unless Dak Prescott does a lot of rushing. I really don't. Dalvin Cook did nothing with the Jets last year. You can say he was injured or whatnot. What do you think an aging running back's going to be? He's going to be injured. Have you seen Ezekiel Elliott out of shape, overweight, and slow? What he going to get? He's not running more than 5 yards at a time because he's going to get caught. And then you got this little ass 5'5" dude. He's going to get hit 2-3 times, and he's going to be out for the rest of the game. You're fucked. You have no run game. You can't win. I don't care what you do in the NFL. And your offensive line is not the same that it used to be. So now your offensive line is shaky. You got no run game, and you only got a couple of receivers that really scare anybody. You actually only have one receiver that scares anybody. So that offense that you had last year is not going to be as dynamic and great as you thought it was. And Jerry Jones sitting back act like it's not a big deal.
I'm just trying to figure out how you're disappointed when you see. That's like me saying, "Oh, I'm disappointed that the Dolphins didn't win the Super Bowl." I know they're not going to win. They'll find a way to fuck it up. They always do.
Hey man, Dallas may not make the playoffs, bro.
Oh, God bless.
Dallas may not make the playoffs, bro. I'm saying because 9 wins in the NFC may not cut it.
All right.
They did last year, but maybe not this year because I think teams got better. So they're gonna have to do something better. So now that we got through that, I know I hate doing this, to be honest. This is such stupid shit, and I hate when our shows do it. But everybody does it, so guess what? I guess we got to do it too. We got to step in shit too if everybody else does it. Super Bowl picks. Before any games have been played, who you got in the Super Bowl? And I guess did you want to pick winners?
Yeah, why not? If we're gonna go that far to say who's gonna get there, we might as well pick who's gonna win it too.
Fuck it.
I got it. This is the year that my man gets the monkey off his back.
That's racist.
Lamar Jackson gets his Super Bowl, beating Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
I think the Eagles off his shoulder, boulder off his back. You just had to say monkey. Okay. Okay.
You don't gotta interrupt me right in the middle of my
blackest dude in the league. You just had to say monkey. Okay. 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 That's great. I'm just saying.
Lamar's gonna get it done. Derrick Henry's gonna help him get it there. They're gonna meet the Chiefs in the AFC Championship again. But they're not going to be fucking stupid this time.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to sit there and try and act like Lamar Jackson is Kurt Warner on the Greatest Show on Turf Rams and airing that bitch out 40 times a game. No, they're going to stick to what they do. He's going to make throws and plays when he needs to. But they're going to get back to what they do best. Ground and pound, get in third and short, put the defense in conflict, and he's going to make the passes when he needs to. And Lamar is going to get it done. He's going to get him a Super Bowl MVP. Jalen Hurts is going to be salty as fuck again because he's going to get there and then not get it done. But I do think the Eagles have enough to get there. And I think all the talk from last year about how the 49ers, well, if we just would have had Purdy last year, then we would have beat y'all and y'all wouldn't even been in the Super Bowl, blah, blah, blah. I think the 49ers got their get back last year. And I think the Eagles are about to get their get back to the get back this year.
This man been listening to Kendrick Lamar too much, bro. Come on, bro. We cannot have Kendrick Lamar versus Drake Summer and then have a light-skinned Jalen Hurts versus a dark-skinned Lamar Jackson winner. We can't do that. We cannot put light-skins versus dark-skins against each other again. We need to unite. We can't do that again, man. But I do like that. That's good. You stole mine, though. I'm taking Lamar Jackson to win the whole thing again, too. Oh, not again. I'm picking Lamar Jackson to win the whole thing. I think he's going to have – we saw what he did, man. He already has 2 MVPs. He's been there. He just has – I mean, they forgot who they were, I guess. They felt the pressure. The whole team forgot who they were. It made no sense. Like I
feel like the initial game plan was –
come on.
I feel like they thought they were going to be able to surprise the Chiefs by throwing it as much as they were early. But like, the Chiefs were just, like, ready for it. And then they just never adjusted. They just never like, oh, okay, well, let's get back to what we do really well then that we can rely on. Because that game was never really out of hand. It's not like the Chiefs put up a bunch of points in that game. But I think
so then why don't you just run the ball and then
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like I think
first.
They try to like
run the ball, and then on the second drive come out and pass the ball. Like, don't do it right away, because then when that shit don't work,
I think they just try to hit him in the mouth with it, and it just did not work. Spags is goated as a defensive coordinator.
Yes, he is. Horrible head coach. Stop bringing up these terrible Rams memories. God damn. But yeah, Lamar Jackson gonna win the whole thing, and he's gonna beat the Green Bay Packers and Jordan Love. I told you they got me. I'm all in on the hype. the Green Bay Packers and Jordan Love going to the Super Bowl and playing the Baltimore Ravens. I just don't think Brock Purdy. I've seen Brock Purdy have stretches of bad games multiple times now. You can pay him that money. I'm saying
Bullshit.
He's a top 10 quarterback. He's a
Tell
top
me
10
the
quarterback,
multiple
but he's
stretches
the
of Brock Purdy
liability.
being bad. Tell me the multiple stretches.
They lost 4 straight games. What are you talking about?
Okay,
in the
so
regular
one
season?
stretch. Thank you. Now, to be multiple, you need 2.
Well, okay, the other games he wasn't officially the full-time starter yet, but he's had bad stretches.
No, oh my god, the Brock Purdy discourse just drives me fucking
I'm
insane.
not buying it. He is the liability on the 49ers, and Jordan Love is not the liability for the Green Bay Packers. I have faith.
Now, you got on me for pinning a dark-skinned quarterback versus a light-skinned quarterback, and now you want to go even lighter than Jalen Hurts and go with Jordan Love.
Yeah, what you
That's
mean?
all
It's
I'm
always
saying.
white versus black
That's
in
all I'm
America.
saying.
It makes sense.
I'm just saying, you got on me. No, we can't have this. No, not after this summer.
I'm just saying,
Light-skin can't be down bad like this.
Kyle Shanahan
And you
got
just
Jimmy
made it
Garoppolo.
even more crystal clear.
A little bit. That's how it be. Look, just like the white man trying to co-opt everything that a black person come up with.
Oh, here you go.
Sound about right. Just
I'm
sound about
using your
right.
against you.
Sound about right. You're gonna take the civil rights movement over. Oh wait, you already did that. I already heard white men saying that they disenfranchised.
Oh Lord.
They can't get a job because they don't fit the quota.
I don't need that headache right now, Joe.
I know who you're voting for.
just say what you want to say. But just say what you want to say. God damn. You're not really hiding it at that point.
That's funny as fuck. All right, let's we just made our Super Bowl picks. We both picked the Ravens to win it. I had in the NFC the Packers going, and you had the Eagles getting back there. Nick Sirianni better get there before he get fired. But let's bring in something that we do for 3 and a possible when we talk the NBA and the WNBA. I guess we haven't done this for the WNBA yet, but we're going to do this for the NFL. And we're going to talk a little college football every now and then, too, on this show. So I brought up this sit, start, cut. So we're going to give you 3 players and their college career. You got to start one, you got to sit one, and you got to cut one.
So we talking college career or
college career? Ooh. No, their entire career.
Oh, man.
Because they're about they each went 3 years at least.
Yeah, that just might have to change my answer.
Because Cam Newton won a D2 championship.
Well, not just that, but just like that year at Auburn for Cam Newton was fucking insane.
But even if you said peak, he would still be at that.
No, so I was gonna start Cam, but if we're going career, I don't know if I can start Cam
in college.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying, because I don't getting kicked out of Florida and then go winning in D2 or JUCO. I don't know that is quite on the same level as what Vince Young
and winning
Mike
in
Vick
all.
did. Yeah.
Mike
all right, I'm gonna start.
Mike Vick didn't win nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna start.
It's tough. It's not dude. It's really tough.
I'm gonna start Cam.
Ooh.
I love that team too much. I'm gonna start Cam. That one season with Auburn was just so fucking dominant. And I think kind of like you said with Vic, he was exciting. They just didn't really win anything. And you can't really use he didn't have the same help that all these other guys did. Cam Newton wasn't playing with nobody. He wasn't playing with nobody over there at Auburn. Like that team was really not like it. They had some good pieces on defense, but I mean Cam Newton was the team. So I'm gonna go Cam start. I'm gonna sit Vince Young, and I hate to do it to him, but he at least got to have the best probably pro career. Well, it might be Cam too, actually.
Might be Cam MVP.
But I'm gonna cut. Yeah, I'm gonna cut Mike Vick. I'm gonna cut Mike Vick. Hurts me to do that because I didn't even want Vince Young to win that game against USC. I was rooting for USC in that game, but he was a fucking dog at Texas. He was a fucking dog at Texas. So I'm gonna sit Vince, cut Cam, or cut Vic. I mean,
this is tough for me too because I was a big Vince Young fan, and like you said, he was a dog at Texas, but he had a lot of inconsistency too, and he brought that to the NFL too. So he always had that little bit of erratic accuracy. even with the national championship, I think I'm cutting Vince Young. Like,
Ooh, okay.
you talk about Vince Young, can you talk about anything besides that national championship game? You got any other highlights that stand out?
Nothing comes to mind, but I think that part of this also is because of how good the national
Good it
championship is.
was.
Kind of
Yeah,
dwarfs
it
everything
was so
else.
the last play and everything. But he
I mean, how
wasn't
long?
great.
How long
He
was
wasn't
that?
great in that national championship game until the fourth quarter for real. It was cool.
All right. I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
Damn. And then that means I'm gonna have to sit. Oh, man. Like you said, Michael Vick didn't win, no, but he didn't have nobody either. He had nobody either, but and he was amazing to watch. I'm gonna sit Michael Vick and I'm starting Cam Newton. Because like you said, what Cam Newton did was like when Tim Tebow did, no, everybody was like, no one's gonna be able to do that again. And then Cam Newton came in and was just like, let me show y'all
Cam
what
Newton's year at
why I
Auburn.
shouldn't have been sitting behind Tim Tebow.
Cam
type
Newton's
shit.
year at Auburn is what I imagine LeBron James would have looked like if he went to college.
You know what? That's a good way to put it. That level of dominance that he had and just physical physique and like
just like everything, just like
you're
dude
right.
just should not be playing on the same field. Or
You're right. Yep. That's a good way to put it. I like that. That's a good comparison. So yep. So we're both starting Cam Newton. You cut Michael Vick, which is crazy, but that's cool.
It is. I didn't like doing it.
Hey man, what you gotta do sometimes. So let's end the show like we always do. Let's do a little bit
Yes,
of
sir.
love or violence. I don't know. You can be whatever. I don't care if it's you may have just lost the WNBA bet. You need to go off.
I did lose a WNBA.
Oh, you lost? Damn. Damn.
Okay, ain't get it done for me, but that's okay. She's still fine. I am gonna choose. This is a big old pot of love right here, Joe. It's a big old pot of love. I'm gonna show some love to Georgia Tech, Boston College, and our man Bill O'Brien for what they did.
They did that
these last 2 weeks. Whole lot of love for that.
And
then I gotta show some love to the U for smacking the dog shit out them little weak ass Gators down there in Gainesville. Went up there, smacked them around, then walked up to the recruits they had at the game.
That shit was great.
The nerve of them bringing recruits to the game against the fucking University of Miami.
Yeah,
don't forget who runs this fucking state. All right,
Yeah,
Florida State's had a cute little run, but then they walk over there and tell the recruits, "Don't go there, don't go there. You see what just happened here. Miami runs Florida." So I just gotta say, it's a love to an opening couple weeks of college football, Joe. Couldn't have gone any better scripted. If you ask me, Cam Ward looks like the truth. Just saying that after one game with the U, looks like the truth. So yeah, football season's here.
What, did you feel that way in the first half? Fuck no, you didn't. I know you didn't, because I was looking at him like, why are you doing those dumbass decisions?
I mean, look, whatever.
And it's worth it. He plays so nonchalant. So when there's a mistake that
he
happens,
does. His mistake, it looks really bad. It looks like he don't give a fuck. It looks
he
like
don't care, bro.
Fuck this shit over there.
Dude, the way he was jogging out of bounds, bro, that shit was disrespectful. I would have knocked his ass out. I would have took the personal foul. You're not gonna jog out of bounds on that like I can't catch up to you, bro.
Got that in him.
That shit crazy, bro. That shit was funny though. I give you that. That was good. That was good. Man, I'm gonna choose love, and I can't believe what I'm finna say. Cause I don't like this man on nothing else he do but on College Game Day. Pat McAfee is great for College Game Day. I'm gonna give him his love, bro. Like, whoever thought of putting Pat McAfee and Nick Saban next to each other was fucking genius. And I hate Pat McAfee's show. I don't listen to any of his shit because I think he's annoying. I think he's a WWE character. But I think putting him and Nick Saban on College Game Day over time can eventually, it's not going to get to inside the NBA, but it's going to be number two. It's number two.
Nick Saban's going to be too buttoned up to allow the inside the NBA.
Get loose. I think he's gonna get loose. I mean,
I guess he did curse in his first appearance. So
he did say, if you don't pay the players, you ain't got shit. That's what he said. He said, if you can't afford it, you ain't got shit. That's what he said. So I think he's gonna get loose.
We'll see.
The more comfortable he get, I think he's gonna get. So I'm gonna get, and I can't believe I'm getting Pat McAfee love and he called Caitlin Clark a white bitch. Yeah, this man been on fire recently. He knew what was about to happen. He was trying to get.
He's a big Caitlin Clark fan, though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. I'm pretty sure you are too.
Don't do that.
It's not Asia Wilson. Asia Wilson balled out the other day, though.
Smacked a little Sky around. A little 41-17. How's that? How you like that?
Yeah. After we just gave them after I just put them 5th on my power rankings.
I told you that shit was stupid.
That was crazy. That was a little taste of what we talk about on 3 and a Possible in basketball. But this is the NFL version of that, as you can tell by the background. But you can always check us out at 3 and a Possible on YouTube, 3.possible on Instagram. I just like saying that because it's a fucking terrible Instagram social. But yeah, check us out, 3 and a Possible on Instagram. I just searched this on. It was on private mode actually, and it found us because I wanted to see if it knew my searches or not. And it actually found 3 and a Possible on YouTube. So we're pretty easy to find. You don't have to do a lot of searching. But that'll do it.